LinkedIn has over 1 billion members. Users will see content, job applications and profiles from thousands of people every day. But only a few profiles really stand out and get noticed. If you want information about roles relevant to you, if you want more engagement on your posts, if you want to 10x your LinkedIn response rate, or even become a thought leader within your niche, then follow these steps to create the ultimate LinkedIn profile. The very first thing people see when they view your profile is your profile picture and your banner. As you can see, mine are really bright, so they stand out. Keep your profile picture relevant. We don't need a picture of you in a nightclub or with a kayak or with your pet dog, unless those things are relevant to your role. Keep it professional. There's a really simple way you can create a professional profile picture on Canva. I upload the photo. I then edit the background so it gets removed, and then I add the photo back in to LinkedIn. I do the exact same process with the banner. Canva already has some amazing templates set up and ready to go. You can just customize them with information or colors that are relevant to you. I used a template and just added some customization on it that explains exactly what I do, so when people come onto my profile, it is obvious how I can help them. Once that's downloaded, I then come into the pencil button and I upload the photo, and you can edit this, you can zoom in and out, anything that you need to do. Now, there's one major part on LinkedIn profiles that I often see ignored. So you can see under your profile, you have a whole section about contact info. So click in that and check if this is up to date. The contact information you put on here will be dependent on the role that you currently have. So if you were selling a product, then you probably want to put your business phone number and your business email address and website on there. Alternatively, if you're more of a job seeker at the moment, or you're looking for work in the future, you may want to put your personal contact details on there, whatever works best for you. If you need to change anything, click the pencil button and you can detail that all there. If you have a company website, make sure you add that. You can put your birthday in there if you want. It's not essential, but it is another really good option. But don't forget, if your contact details change or you change jobs, make sure you update the information so your contact detail is still relevant. And another amazing way to optimize your LinkedIn profile even further is by a custom URL. So you can see that my URL is Holly-Langley, but that isn't always the case. Sometimes you see profiles with a whole load of letters and numbers. So go to the Edit Custom URL button, click the pencil, and if you have any numbers or letters after that, break that down a little bit so it's a lot more basic to use. This just makes your profile so much easier to share, because when you're sharing it in messages, the URL is really short and succinct and you haven't got a whole load of letters and numbers after it that doesn't look very professional. But remember, if you have your URL in your website or on a business card, make sure you update that link so it still works and still takes people to the right profile. But that's not all. There's another URL that lies within your LinkedIn profile. This is a custom URL button, and you can set that button to whatever you need. This could be a link to your blog, your website, your YouTube videos. So if you've got one already, you can click that. If not, go onto the pencil, scroll right down to the bottom, and you will see custom button. You can edit the custom button, and if you want, you have nothing, or you can put in a link. For example, I've put in a link to my YouTube channel. This button is right at the top of your profile. People are going to view it every time they see your profile. So get this set up and have something that's going to add value to your network and showcase what you do. But all of this is going to be irrelevant if no one can see your profile. So go on to Edit Profile and URL. You can then see the visibility and select the settings for those people who are not signed in to LinkedIn. So scroll down, you can choose what they see, just simply select the right thing and press the relevant button, and you can tag on and off those options as well. Really, really simple. As you can see, I have all of my settings set to visible because it's really important to me that people follow and connect with me so they can see my content and the services that I provide. But make sure you do whatever works best for you. But the best way for people to really understand the services that you provide and the value that you can bring within your profile is by the featured content section. This is where you can display and basically pin to the top of your profile your best posts. Now, if you click the arrow button, you can add this as a post, you can add a newsletter, an article, a link. So just say, for example, I've got my newsletter here and I can feature that button as well. Oh, look, there it is. You could also add a new post, and you might want to share one of your most recent ones, and you just press feature, and again, there it is. It's really important to keep this section up to date, so make sure it is featuring the most relevant content. So from time to time, go in, refresh it and update it. You can reorder it by pressing the arrows and very simply drag and drop so the most relevant stuff is at the top of the profile. The biggest mistake I see people make is featuring their top LinkedIn content, and by that I mean content that has performed or has had lots of engagements. This isn't necessarily content that is going to bring the most value to their audience. So to really utilise and optimise the LinkedIn featured section, make sure you are featuring and pinning content that is bringing value to your audience. And where possible, use media, videos and photos to make your posts stand out even more. Another key part of your LinkedIn profile to get right is the About section. This showcases to everybody what you do, how you do it, and how you can help them. I've even seen people put their contact details in this section as well. So come to the edit button and quite simply add in information about your experience, your industry, your skills, what you do now. So my About section tells people about what I do on a daily basis. It's not particularly long. You have got 2,600 characters. I've kept it short and sweet, and I've used a couple of emojis as well to keep it eye-catching. And if you have LinkedIn Premium, you can use AI suggestions to help you with this further. If you don't have LinkedIn Premium, tools such as ChatGPT, which are free, will be able to help you build out an amazing About section too. Here is another great example of how you can use skills to optimize and build this out. So for me, actually, do you know what? I'm not sure data analysis is the right one for me, but I think IT transformation is. So you can come in here, really build out what you do and add in those relevant skills, up to 5 for what you want to be known for, and then press save. If you are a business or a consultant offering services, you can detail all of this within the LinkedIn Profile Services section. This is quite a new feature on LinkedIn, but I expect this to have a lot of functionality added to it within the coming months. So if you're a business or a consultant offering services, go in and start updating and utilising the services section. To be honest, I've only just started using this, but here's an example about what my current services page looks like. So if we go to more and then view as client, this is what your another LinkedIn user would see. So you can say about here what you do. You can put your pricing, your services, if there's an affiliated company. Then you can add in some media. So I've got a testimonial here. I've got a link to my YouTube channel and my website. People can use this to request proposals from you. But if I exit the client view, this is where you edit it. And additionally, you can get some reviews on here. So I've just sent out loads of invitations for reviews from my past clients, and hopefully I'll get some reviews in here as well. So this is really simple to fill out. If you offer services, make sure you do this. One of the most important parts of your LinkedIn profile is the experience section. So come down here and add in all of your experience. You can then click to see more. You can add in skills under here for each role as well. If you've got new experience to add in, you can add in the position like this. And actually, there's a new button here that LinkedIn recently added about adding in a career break as well. You can edit all of this at any point. Again, you can move stuff up and down. You don't have to add a vast amount of information and detail about every past experience you've had, but make sure you fill out enough information so people know what you did, how you did it, and maybe a bit about the company you used to work for. So when people are searching for you and they're finding you, you are coming up and they know that you were the right person to help them. LinkedIn is pushing recruiters to search for candidates by their skills. So make sure all of your skills are up to date and coded for each past experience too. Another great section to optimize on your LinkedIn profile is licenses and certificates. So you can see I've got a couple of things in here. So if you have a certificate you want to add on, you come in, you name it here, you put the issuing organization, and then you can align skills, you can add media to it. Let's just, for example, say it was a DBS check or a background check. You probably wouldn't put the whole certificate on, because that could cause sort of a bit of a data protection for you. You don't necessarily want everyone to see all of those details, but you can add an overview of it here. You can, of course, come to the pencil, as you do with anything, where you can edit these things. You can amend them and put them in whatever order you need to do. Make sure, as usual, I recommend adding the skills to all of these, so it really builds out your profile and you can become a lot more searchable in everything that you are doing. So go and add those certificates in to build out your profile further. Now, I've mentioned skills several times already, but there's a whole other section that details every skill within your profile. As usual, you can press the plus button and you can add in some new skills. Change management is actually quite a good example of one. And I can then save that in there. When people come to my LinkedIn profile, I want them to see exactly what I do and what I'm good at. And you can edit them by pressing the pencil. Now, I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked at this for quite a long time, and I've apparently got about 53 skills, which I think is probably too many. So I would probably remove some of these things, for example, travel arrangements, that is just no longer necessary to the skill set or any of the roles that I'll be doing in the future. Keep some of your past skills and stuff on there, but you may want to tidy them up so when people see your profile, they know exactly what you do and the skills that you currently have. For me, adding on the relevant skills is helping me be searched by the right person at the right time. Now, this is my favorite part of the LinkedIn profile, the recommendations. So this is where you can receive recommendations and give people recommendations as well. It's really easy to do. If you want someone to give you a recommendation, you can ask for it. So we would find that relevant person and then press send. That's going to send a message to Jamie requesting a review. This is a great way to show people on LinkedIn just how credible you are. So get into the habit of asking for recommendations via LinkedIn to build out your profile and make you even more credible. By pressing the pencil, you can turn off and turn on any recommendations that you do and do not want your profile to show. I normally find if I leave a recommendation for somebody, they are much more likely to give me one back too. So give that a go. Under the pending section, you can see the messages that you have asked for and are still outstanding. So you could send another message to follow up on those as well. But if you really want to elevate your profile, get more engagement and get 10x more results and profile views, you have got to become a LinkedIn top voice. As you can see, once you get your badge, this is proudly displayed right at the top of your profile. You can get your badge in whatever niche is relevant to you. So go check out this step-by-step guide on how to become a LinkedIn top voice in your industry.